Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome back to the channel. My name is ASFM. I hope you have had a lovely couple of days. And welcome to Season 4, Episode 1 on my channel. Obviously, last season, this technically is Season 5, but my word, we are going to be delving into the disaster that was Season 4. And we're very, very lucky to still be in this league. So the big news is that this is the first episode where my face is on camera, so I hope you guys enjoy that. It's sort of now a different aspect to the video and the recording is that I've now got myself out there and it makes it a bit more one-to-one, I'd say, on this video. And if you can't see, up there is the Lokomotiv Sofia badge. I got it on eBay and think it fits the role of this save and hopefully gives us a bit of luck up there. So right, so I can discuss now what went on last season. So if I take you over to the schedule, obviously, so this is my camera up here and the screen is basically face on like so. So that's going to be why there's a bit of a weird difference in the angles of this video. But basically, if we go to the first league preliminary phase and, oh, it's all perfect, it's already on it. So this was last season. Now, last season was an utter disaster. The signings that we made did not hit the ground running, and a lot of them were. I was very reliant on sort of free contracts and sort of that style of dealing. So basically, essentially, what I've done is I've rescheduled this. I've completely restructured this squad. There's a number of players that are still with us. And a number of players that have left the club, and one being Dikov. He's gone out on a free. He didn't really hit the ground running when it came to his sort of coming back to the club. He started to really decline in form and decline in his overall skill. So we ended up in on the table in 12th place above Septonym Simility. And the board nearly sacked me on like 3 occasions, and I had a month to prove to them that that I was still I should still run the club. So obviously this was the preliminary phase. Here, if I just tuck up in a bit. So this was the preliminary phase, as shown here. When we go to the relegation phase, as shown here. So we won that. We won the relegation phase, and obviously the club still deemed me mid-table, which was quite weird. But so basically we won in this and completely tore this apart. I think we ended up not even losing a game in this section. So that was absolutely brilliant. Good to see. And yeah, but overall it was just an absolute horrendous season, as you can see. Oh, sorry, I've changed it to this. So if I go over to transfers, so let's take a look at the transfers this year. So I'm going to have to go back a little bit to last season. If I think it's started in and of from this point onwards, pretty much. These are the players that I brought in. So the first main signing that I signed on quite a big amount that I paid for him, because I think the issue is that I had the money to obviously affect this club in terms of signings and people to come in, and the issue is that I had never really sort of gone out and bought players for the team. I'd only relied on self-weighted, on like free contracts from players coming down from worse leagues or potentially from our league and getting a good deal. So overall, I said this season, like with what happened last season, we have to go out and spend money. And so here we go. These are the big signings that sort of happened this in the last season when the transfer window opened up in the summer. So our first main signing is Petrov. He's a 27-year-old centre-back, as I felt the centre-back positions, oh my god, last season were horrendous. Like, players that came in could not fit the bill. The amount of free transfers I've given and having like sending out on a free, the amount of players, I think it's something like 6 players got sent out on a free at the end of the season. So anyway, here we go. So Petko Ganev comes in on for £135,000. He's earning £600 a week. which is fine because I released about 3 players who were playing in that centre-back position, and it was about that amount of money. So I said, why not go and buy a solid centre-back who is going to potentially, you know, as a no-nonsense centre-back or a central defender, really put us in the right direction. And hopefully this guy can, as during his non-competitives and the non-competitive in pre-season, he has done phenomenally well. As you see, basically 4 appearances, 1 assist, and an average of 7.3 average rating. So he comes in, obviously heading, marking, tackling, aggression, anticipation, bravery, concentration, positioning, and sorry, I moved my cursor out of the way. Reaching, jumping reach, pace, and strength, all fantastic. And he's fairly loyal, which is perfect personality. And yeah, it's brilliant to see, and leadership is fantastic. So hopefully some of the younger players coming through can sort of reflect and have that in impact. So I'll just grab a sip of my tea. Right, so the next player to come in is this is for the same amount of money that I bought Petko. This is Giorgio Karashev. I can't say his name. He's a brand new sort of starting impact sub off the bench, and basically it's just a jumping quality, I felt. And Vasil, no, it was Vlad, sorry, he's left on a free, and this is the guy to to sort of fit in his role as sort of an impact sub coming off the bench. And for the amount of money we got him for, he's brilliant. You know, at the age of 24, he's only got places to go, and you know, he's got a bit of potential. He's got another star of potential ability to fit if he wants to. He gets forward whenever possible, which is brilliant to see from a player, as I think he's playing in more of a sort of attacking playmaker role. And he moves ball to right foot before dribbling, but most of all, it's the solid technicals, mentals, and physicals that I really like in this player, and that's the reason why we signed him. Just someone to come off the bench, and you know, he's on £475 a week, which is quite a lot of money. But I think I've set it up. I think it's down here, but I think we're spending in contracts. It's about 10,000 a week, so it's about 520,000 a year on wages. So I've also had to work that out. But in terms of our sponsorship deals, I think it was like we're still in the profits by about 200,000. So it's good to see that we're still a self-reliant club. So the next player on the list is where is he? Right down at the bottom. And this has to be the single greatest purchase I have made in terms of his pre-season and what he's done. So this is Tomislav Yordanov, and oh my god, this player is actually, I think he's going to be phenomenal for us. I can't still to this day believe the amount of money I'm spending on his wages. It's actually a joke. So I thought, so my staff in this game said that he was going to ask something between like £800 to £1,000 in a contract. When I gave him a contract, he asked for £300. I was like, what is my scout doing? I could have potentially not gone for him, and that's how much I would pay. But he comes in as our brand new, he's going to be our main man. He's going to be a main man up front with Burkov. And look at some of these non-competitive stats. 6 appearances, and he got 11 goals, 2 assists, and an average of 8.35 rating. He's phenomenal. Like he likes to try and beat the offside trap, so he's constantly on the defenders, which is perfect when we're trying to play a really, really high pressing line, and you know, trying to play that Gegenpress style. He just sits on the end and he's just been fantastic. Honestly, I think he's going to go and really make us. I think this season it's something. I'll show you the pre-season results after this, but something tells us that this season is just going to be absolutely phenomenal. Right, so that was Tomislav Yordanov. Obviously his as an advanced forward, dribbling 13, finishing 13, first touch 11. Fantastic at 3-tick taking as well. He's a free kick specialist, and overall his mentals and physicals are perfect. Well, his physicals not so much, but that's fine because he's a striker. He's 5'10" and very, very quick, which is perfect in this league, as most of the centre backs are usually like no nonsense centre backs, and they tend to be quite slower than usual. So that concludes this. That concludes the last season's purchases before going into the new season, and these are the new season signings that we are going to find. And I tell you what, he may not be Koulibaly from Napoli, but he's Koulibaly from Lokomotiv Plodvid, and I kid you not, this has to be an amazing signing. We've got a full-phase player. and he is phenomenal. He's so consistent, and it's someone that we've been really needing to solidify the centre-back positions. So heading 13, marking 13, tackling 13, aggression, anticipation, bravery, composure, concentration, determination, positioning, everything is solid. And he's 6'4", believe it or not, and he's not even that bad. He's not the quickest, but that's fine. He really does hit it back, and this player is going to be absolutely phenomenal for us. Obviously the amount of money we paid for him, he's expecting quite a big contract, and he's got it. He's earning like £800 a week, which is quite a lot compared to us. But I kid you not, when we released some of these players, I think I was paying like something like 3,000 for players that weren't even top league quality. So it's good to see that we've now got someone who fits that role and is really can potentially change our season going forward. Now the next player to come in is Nikola Kolev. He comes in from Tarselo. He's a brand new centre midfielder, or DM if required, and he's just solid all round. And he's going to be a starting midfielder. He's a box to box, fantastic. Gets in, shoots from distance, and comes deep to collect the ball, which is perfect. Because we need someone to sort of solidify that with the centre backs playing sort of more of a passing play. He's brilliant, and he comes off the bench. He's had 3 appearances off the bench, 1 assist, and playing at an average of 7.27. So he's been fantastic so far. Now, the next player to come in is a brand new backup keeper in Nicolas Simic. He comes in at 27 years of age, French player. I think I've only got him, if I have a look on the overview and information... is it Happiness? He's backup, yeah, so he's only expecting a backup role, but he's first league quality. But Vassal's been fantastic so far, and so there's nothing much about that one. And finally, the next one, and the best, I think the starting midfielder is Oleg Ditromov, and he comes in for, I think, how much was it where we paid for him? Sorry, I just forgot, 100,000, so barely anything from Minyor Pernik, Minyor Pernik made quite a deal amount of money from him actually, but he comes in as a brand new advanced playmaker on support. I think he's just going to be fantastic, like really, really solid for our team. He came in, he got injured, which was a bit of a shame, but in the end of the day, like, this guy is going to be fantastic for us. So this is brilliant to see, and I just really hope that he's going to make a real impact. And as we can see, the players that are going out is Stanislav Kostov, Giorgio Yordanov. Now, this was a player that obviously I really like, and I hope he's going to start improving his way of playing. As his pace just isn't there, which is a shame, because he's ultimately, I think he's first league quality. That my scout says, yeah, he's first league level. So he's going to be a good player, and hopefully he can develop now at Lokomotiv Plodvid. Dimitar Balanov, he's gone out to Lokomotiv Gorna, and Rumen Minyalov is gone out to Etar. So let me quickly show you our pre-season results. Pre-season, this has been the best pre-season I've ever had on a Football Manager game. Like, this is nuts. So if I take you all the way to our first pre-season, so our first game was against CSKA Sofia. We won 4-1. Tonislav Yordanov, on his debut, pretty much in a friendly, got himself a hat-trick. We absolutely tore them apart. Like, if you have a look at some of these stats, we've absolutely desecrated CSKA Sofia. 15 shots, 6 on target, compared to their 6 and 3. So obviously, sometimes we got a bit lucky, but I tell you what, we just absolutely dominated, and there was barely any highlights for them. And then we came up against Ludogorets, and we beat them 3-0. Like, this was phenomenal. Kane was a bit close. I think we were just a bit more clinical with our finishing, but it was fantastic to see. Then I started doing. I was like, well, okay, so if we've beaten these 3, let's see if we can actually take it out in Europe-wise. And this is FC Copenhagen. We played them and absolutely dominated them. We beat them 4-1. 22 shots, 6 on target, 68% of the ball retained. Then just 2 smaller games, and I was like, right, okay, are we going to put ourselves up? I went and basically paid quite a fair amount of money to play against Club Bruges, to see if our players were up to the scratch. And I kid you not, I've never seen a game where we just absolutely tore apart a team. And I'm not even joking, when you look at Club Bruges' lineup, Petrov, Henry, these players are worth like 5-6 million, and we absolutely tore them apart. Like we just dominated every single part of the game. 24 shots, 15 on target. They were just torn apart, and the whole team played phenomenally well. So obviously, hopefully, we can bring that into this game. And coming into this game, obviously, we're playing a 4-2-3-1-2. We've got Steph in that engaged role where he's sort of connecting the midfield and the strike force. Got Yordanov and Burakov, and this is a huge game. I think if we can win this, I think we're setting ourselves up for a very, very good season coming forward. So please, I hope you guys have enjoyed currently this episode so far. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button, and let's continue with the video. So we're coming into this one. A few of the players are concerned, but that's fine. This is the only tactic I'm going to be playing this season to see how far we go with it, and I'm not going to change anything. This is the only way we play in this team. So I'm going to say do that. Right, I'm going to say point my fingers. Let's give the fans a good performance. I'm going to say I've got faith in the midfield. I've got faith, and up front I also have faith. Everyone's voted bar one, but yeah, this is going to be a phenomenal game. And I hope that I haven't got it. It's on 2D highlights, so perfect. Let's go and continue, and hopefully you guys can enjoy this game with me. Yeah, it's just going to be absolutely impressive, and hopefully we can keep going. So here we go. Bastanov is coming forward, and Kolev to Dimitrov. Dimitrov now into Kolev. He's gone back to Bastanov. Bastanov to Dimitrov. Don't lose it there, fella. He hasn't. He's passed it to Bostanov. Dimitrov is now coming forward, and Burakov's there. Oh, goodness me. I thought Burakov might have headed that in there, as Balakov can come forward. Sal's there, and so is, oh, goodness me, Kabit's coming all the way forward for CSKA Sofia, but we've managed to make to challenge, but Sal's through. My goodness me, what a finish from Ali Sal, and well, how many times have we had this happen? It's 1-0 to CSKA Sofia. They've had one attempt and scored one goal. That is absolutely ridiculous, as I'm going to have to encourage the boys so far this game. And as Yordanov can fire forward, it's a fantastic save from Balakov, as Lokomotiv Sofia potentially had the chance to make it 1-1 there, as Kolev can fire a ball into Steph, but Steph is there. Oh, Dimitrov is injured. Great, perfect. Good start to the save. I'm going to have to encourage the boys, but I'm going to wait here as Kolev can fire a ball in, and Steph's there to reclaim possession. Plays it to Dimitrov, into Steph, back to Dimitrov. Dimitrov fires a ball in, and Yordanov's through. Get in. That's what I'm talking about. He's that sort of clinical style player, and Dimitrov has made it 1-1 for Lokomotiv Sofia against CSKA. Oh my goodness me, sorry, Lokomotiv Sofia are drawing with CSKA Sofia, and goodness me, this is a huge, huge goal. Look at this, man, he's so clinical, and he's already scored on his debut, and yeah, this could be potentially a really interesting game here that we've got set up. Dimitrov is injured, as Bustanov to Dimitrov can come forward. Kolev's there. Kolev reclaims possession into Steph, into Dimitrov, out to Bustanov. Bustanov now fires a ball over to Ilev. Ilev to Kolev. Kolev, don't lose it, fella. Into, oh, fuck's sake, Sal's got it, and into Petra. Petra to Sal, and Sal's through, and this is the clinical play, and oh my god. I have a sip of my tea. Ali Sal is just too good for this league, and we're pegged 2-1 down here unless we can somehow get this game back into square settings in going into half time probably. And Dimitrov's there into Koulibaly, over to Bastanov. Bastanov's coming forward with Yordanov into Dimitrov. Ali Sal again is really trying to dictate possession for them, into Dimitrov, into Kolev. Kolev out to Bastanov. And that's it. Sal's, oh no, maybe not. Koulibaly into Ilev, into Stoev. Come on, Lokomotiv Sofia. We've got to start really pushing forward here. And Yordanov's in. He scored again. Yordanov has scored again. He's got 2 on the day. And, oh my God, I'm not even joking. This player is actually going to be insane. He's gone and smacked his team 2 times to get us level. And we are potentially... But we could potentially win this game. I'm not even joking. If we're being this clinical against against CSKA Sofia, why the fuck not? You know what I'm talking about with this save. Because I tell you what, this team's been all over us, and they've got another one. Fuck's sake, boys! Oh, I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I don't even know what to say on this one. This has been absolute madness from the beginning, from start to beginning. But you play with fire, you're going to mess with. You play with fire, you're going to get burned, and this could potentially. This is what happens when you're playing such a high line against a team that. I'm delighted with your performance. Defenders, I'm disappointed with your efforts. Midfielders, I'm disappointed with your efforts. Up front, I'm going to say I'm delighted with your efforts up front. Everyone's demotivated, which is fucking great from me, which is ridiculous because I've gone into that and not given them any sort of praise. But I kid you not, this has been an absolutely incredible game so far, and I think it shows that we're always in it. I don't think we're ever not in these games. As Tinchimli can come forward and Matayu's there, and it's headed on, and it's 4-2, and oh Jesus Christ, oh, that pennant's not doing any favours, is it? Matayu comes in, and it's CSKA Sofia 4, and Lokomotiv Sofia. Oh, with 4-2, and this is tough, as this is potentially going to mean that we're going to go out here. Oh, fuck's sakes. We've done so well, right? So I'm going to change the tack. I'm going to change and bring on a few more players. Ilev's there. I'm going to bring on Karashev. Karashev can come on. He's a bit of a youngster. Dimitrov's coming off, and Kashielevs can play your position. Kolev, no. Stoev. I'm going to bring on Ganev, and hopefully we can start to push forward a bit more. Now, as Steph's coming all the way forward, goodness me, he plays the ball. Oh, he's fired a goal, and we potentially could have gone and scored. As we've got another highlight here, 84 minutes in, as the ball's fired all the way back, but it's just cleared out the area. And Orachev is there to try and reclaim possession. Dokre's there. And the ball goes back to Antov. Oh, God, they're getting so lucky with this. Unless Kirchev can claim he does. Burakov's now... Oh, fuck me, Jesus Christ. I don't even know where the ball went. And, oh my God, Yordanov's in. He's got a hat-trick on his debut. This player, I kid you not, is an absolute joke. Like, there's something wrong with this player. He's so good. And we are 4-3 down here. And I'm going to encourage the boys. I'm going to go a bit more attackive, as this could be the most insane result we've taken so far. They're going to play, but unfortunately it's going to be 4-3. We lose this game. But I kid you not, Yordanov has proven that he is very, very valuable to this team already. And I kid you not, I have to say we were in that full out the whole game. A bit of defensive calamity maybe. But I kid you not, with the way that this game has gone, I'm taking that as a positive. 14 shots, 9 on target, 63% possession of the ball. We've just got to ensure that when we get counter-attacked, we're just not getting bummed, basically. That's what the issue is. But I'd like to say that's been an absolutely fantastic start to the season. I can't fault you if that was a fantastic performance. And I think just from that, and from that team, we've been dominated for so many years by... Every time I go to them, I get dominated, and it's either I sit back and defend, but I tell you what, this tactic might actually start bringing us some good results and potentially seeing us into the next season. But with that in mind, I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Obviously, I don't care about this. We obviously lose our first game of the season 4-3, but I kid you not, that was a fantastic start to the season. So what I'm going to do is, obviously with this season, I'm going to go and play... Oh, when do I come back? I'm going to have it as Botev and CSKA Sofia. So what I'll do is I'll play through all these games because I really want to try and get through this season. And the issue is with this season, obviously, since we're not in Europe, I've got to try and gun for that championship group because I feel we can get in there. If we're playing games like that, we do deserve to be in that. So I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I hope you've enjoyed this also with my face being on it with a new feature to the channel. And yeah, a bit of a rough start, but I kid you not, if it's games galore like that where everything's firing like crazy, then I kid you not, more of that please, because that was a fantastic game. Obviously we lost it, not great, but it's been brilliant. So please, thank you ever so much for everyone tuning in. I hope you have enjoyed Season 4 Episode 1. Don't go anywhere because Season 4 Episode 2 will be coming out shortly. Thank you ever so much for your time. Bye bye.